Now, House Intelligence Committee Chair, Congressman Adam Schiff. Congressman Schiff, arrested by the Postal Service's investigations unit on boats, getting him off this incredible yacht. I mean, you can't make this up.
You can't make this up. But look, Donald Trump promised the American people that Mexico was going to pay for this wall. That was a lie. That was a fraud. It was a con. And now Steve Bannon promised his donors that all their money would go to building the wall. And that was another lie, another fraud, another con. These are grifters. They're con men. That's what they do. You asked the question in the tease, will Bannon cooperate against Donald Trump? There's no honor among these thieves. And so I think Steve Bannon will do anything to save his own skin. But this is who the president surrounds himself with. This is who the president himself is. They're all grifters. It's why so many of them, like Paul Manafort, has gone to jail, and Bob Gates and Roger Stone and Mike Flynn, all indicted and pled guilty or convicted by juries. They're all grifters. And the amazing thing is, as you pointed out, Andrea, Bannon's a wealthy man. Donald Trump is a wealthy man. Donald Trump didn't need to rip people off through Trump University. Bannon didn't need to rip people off this way. The president doesn't need to try to milk the presidency to move the British Open to his golf course. But it's never enough for any of them. And it's always all about them, never about the American people.
Let me ask you about this, because Dan Goldman, whom you know well through the impeachment process, is formerly of the SDNY, and he says that in SDNY, if he wants a deal, he has to agree to tell prosecutors everything he knows about any other crime, any other firsthand knowledge he has. So that would be the only way he would get a deal. And every, top lawyer, former prosecutor that we've talked to says that this is really a very plain, open and shut kind of, obviously the allegations have to be proved, but it's a plain fraud case, and that they have a lot of evidence in the indictment. That said, if he does try to get a deal, is it possible that he knows some serious stuff about others in the administration, potentially?
Well, I don't think there's any question that if he wanted to cut a deal, he would have plenty to say. And if you look at the Southern District of New York case involving Michael Cohen, one of the reasons that Michael Cohen couldn't get a deal from the Southern District is that he wasn't willing to cooperate completely on the broadest range of things that he had knowledge. So I think, Dan's observation is probably the right one. They're going to drive a hard bargain in the Southern District because if they've got a strong documentary case of where the money went and it goes into Steve Bannon's account, that's a pretty hard thing for Bannon to refute. So, there's a lot of leverage there. But yes, if Bannon decides to cooperate, I have no doubt, given the kind of rampant corruption and criminality in the Trump administration, that he would have plenty to say.
The president said last night on Fox News that he's going to have sheriffs monitoring polling places. Is that intimidating?
Absolutely. And, we have some experience in this in California, in Southern California. Many years ago, there were efforts to bring out security law enforcement personnel to intimidate Latino voters and discourage them from showing up at the polls. This is an old playbook that the president is using. We're going to, of course, fight this abuse of law enforcement resources. And we are currently fighting, and I think the public outcry has been really helpful, the effort to degrade and dismantle the Postal Service to interfere with people casting votes by absentee ballot. But, this voter intimidation, this fraud that the president is trying to perpetrate in terms of suggesting you can't vote by mail, even though that's how he votes by mail, it just shows you the lengths that this president will go to because he's so desperately worried about losing. The lengths he'll go to, as President Obama said, to literally tear down our democracy. He just doesn't care.
Well, Adam Schiff, Congressman, thank you very much. Appreciate that.